It's a Sunday afternoon after lunch at my in-laws, and I'm with my family. I'm sitting on the living room sofa, trying to get my water brush to work. There we go. Now what shall I draw? I still find that I stress myself if I think I have to produce something spectacular. So I'm gonna ruin the page first with this light mid-tone, so I won't care so much. I don't really know where this is headed. I'm just going with the flow today, putting down these random shapes. Just playing. But I'm being open to any ideas that these marks might spark in my head. Need more water here. Now to define the drawing more, using a darker mid-tone. Now what could this drawing be? At this point, I have to kind of decide. About 2 meters away I can see my son playing with toy vehicles on the floor. I wasn't planning on drawing my family members again. I want something fantastical or science fiction, but okay. Seeing him play is just filling my head right now. So I'm not gonna resist and I'm just going with the flow. But this time, I'm not exactly drawing from observation, so this is not urban sketching. I'm just picking some cues from what I see, and I'm creating my own scene. I'm doing this with wash first, no outlines, and that tends to help me go from loose to tight. Adding in a random shape. Just felt like doing this vertical shape here. Could be the sofa that's next to him. I'll define it later. I just wanted something in the foreground to create some depth. Adding some toy car shapes. I'll make him lie on his belly and his legs are up behind him. The toy cars aren't actually in these positions. I'm just composing it as I go along. Adjusting the balance of light and dark values on the page. I think I need to add some weight over here. Could be a wall or a person. Let's make it a person. My family members are right now moving around and talking, but I'm composing this from my imagination. I could make this a leg. Kind of a smallish leg though. Well, could be my daughter's leg. Give it some 3/4 pants, though she's wearing long pants today. Note that she's not really standing there. She's actually sitting around me. Adding in more toy vehicles. Some toy boxes on the floor. Just loose representative shapes for now. Now for the darkest value, black. This is where I define the picture even more, starting with my son's hair, creating a shine here. He has long eyelashes. Wait, I think I need to go back to color for a bit first. I don't think I want his nose to be that defined, so I'm gonna get some red here and then paint his nose as a red shape. Some red for the arm too. Now going back to black, I'm getting the details of the picture even more defined, so I'm going a little slower. Don't want to overdo it as well, because I want some parts to be more defined and some parts to be kind of out of focus. just like when we look at things with our eyes. Using colored lines is interesting. First, it adds color to a picture. Next, it's also a midtone, so it has less contrast than black, and so it won't stand out too much. I'd say it's good when I want the details to be a little less prominent in the picture, but I still want them to be fairly noticeable. I want my picture to have a story, and the toy vehicles here are important for my story, so I'm choosing to define them with black lines. Convertible, a trailer, the one that transports cars in them. My son really loves vehicles at this point of his life. Dump truck. Sports car. These are not the actual colors of the cars. Just capturing them very loosely and doing them in slightly different angles. I'm not gonna outline this whole car, just letting the red color define the shape of the car. And the wheels are black. Now, should I detail this leg? I still think it's a bit small, but oh well, I'm just gonna roll with it. I'll use a colored line here so it doesn't stand out as much. I don't want it to distract from the main story, which is my son playing with toy vehicles. Just darkening the fringe here, using a color so it looks more interesting than the gray. Now what else? I'm keeping the lines really thin for this box. Thinner black lines have less contrast. That works because the box here is less important to the story. I am making this the board game box that was here. I believe there were some playing cards in them. The case where the toy cars are kept. Not really gonna define the feet, just a little, so it's gonna be like it's out of focus. Now, what am I gonna do with this red shape that I put here? I feel it should represent something, but in reality there's nothing there. So that's the fun of these random shapes, because it forces me to problem solve, and sometimes some interesting result can come out of it. I see a stool somewhere in the room, so in this picture I'll just move it beside him, and I'll just draw it with a colored outline so it doesn't stand out so much. It should be about this height. Hopefully the red shape will represent the shadow under the stool. Well, since this drawing is a rather loose drawing, I might be able to get away with it. Oh well, it's good enough. It's my drawing, I'm allowing it. A dining table chair I can see in the background. Just balancing the picture a bit more, using values and perhaps some detail in the background. A cabinet there. And this is my messy, loose, relaxed Sunday after lunch drawing with watercolors and black ink. Thanks for watching.